Hello students, I am back with my new video, The Living World Part 3. And I hope that you guys saw my previous video part 1 and part 2 of this living world. If you first time watched my video, please go through the part 1 and part 2 have a continuation. Okay, let's begin with this part. In this part I have included the taxonomic categories. As we know that our earth is a habitat of millions of living organisms like animals, plants, microorganisms and fungi. And we studied that there are about 1.7 to 1.8 million species known to us, that is discovered or identified by our scientists. And Robert Mayer, who predicted that there are about 7 million species that present on our universe. And in order to classify or group these species or the plants and animals into based on their observable characteristic, the taxonomists, what they have done, they have classified them into a hierarchical structure that consisting of ranks and categories. That is, scientists have classified these identified species, they have to classify, right? To classify these organisms or to group these organisms or the plants and animals, the taxonomists what they have done, they have classified them into a hierarchical structure that consists of ranks and categories. Since these categories is referred to as the unit of classification, they are commonly called as taxon. That is, unit of classification is called as the taxon. Since this categories is a part of taxonomical classification, they are referred to as taxonomical category. All the category together constitute the taxonomic hierarchy. That is, all the category together constitute the taxonomic hierarchy, or in other words, taxonomic hierarchy is a framework. It is a framework in which taxonomic group called taxa, that is a framework in which taxonomic group called taxa are arranged in a definite order from higher to lower categories. What is meant by taxonomic hierarchy? As a definition, it is a framework in which taxonomic groups called taxa are arranged in a definite order. They are arranged in a definite categories or orders, that is from higher to lower categories. And it is also called as Linnaean hierarchy, as it was first proposed by Carolus Linnaeus. So, this taxonomic hierarchy is also called as Linnaean hierarchy, as it was first proposed by Carolus Linnaeus. And this hierarchy consists of sequence of events, sequence of categories. This hierarchy consisting of sequence of categories. There are 7 categories in this hierarchy, or taxonomic hierarchy consisting of 7 categories, and they are arranged in the sequence, that is arranged in a ascending order from species to kingdom. They actually arrange in the ascending order from species to kingdom. And this hierarchy indicates the various level of relationship. They are showing us the levels of relationship among the living organisms. For that is based on the relationship or their characteristics, the taxonomists classified them into a hierarchy or taxonomic structures, right? Classifications. For this hierarchy or taxonomic hierarchy or categories that indicates various levels of relationship. And in the taxonomic classification, kingdom is the highest category and species is the lowest category. So, at the base, the initial, that is the lower category is a species, and it increases and is the highest level of category is the kingdom. And as we go higher to the category, also as we go from species to kingdom, you can see that number of similarity is getting lesser, decreasing. Okay, that is when we going from higher category, going to from species to kingdom, you can see that the number of similarity or similar characteristic of the organisms are becoming decreasing or getting lesser. And out of all the various category, only species have a real existence in the nature. Okay, the hierarchy, that is a taxonomic hierarchy that consisting of the sequence of 7 categories which are arranged in the ascending order from species to kingdom. And this hierarchy indicates the various level of relationship, and kingdom is the highest category of classification and species is the lowest category of the classification. I think you guys understood, right? So, as we go from species to kingdom, as we go to the higher category from smaller category, the number of similarities or the similar characteristic of the organisms getting decreasing or getting lesser, lower. And out of all the various categories, these are the different levels of categories we told you, right? Among them, the species is a real existence in the nature. Species have a real existence. Other categories were made for the convenience of the study. For the convenience, for the study purposes, we have made other categories. And these organisms that we identify, there is a very difficult to identify these organisms. Even though they are difficult to identify and classify these organisms, if you want to classify an organism, you need to have a good knowledge on the characters of the individual organism or a group of organisms. If you want to classify the organism, you need to have a good knowledge on the characters of the individual organism or as a single organism or the group of organisms. And it also helps to identify the similarities and dissimilarities among the individual of the same kind of organism as well as the other kind of organisms. That is, it also helps if you have a knowledge on the characters of the individual organism or the group of organism, that help us to identify the similarities and dissimilarities among the individual of the same kind of organism as well as the different kind of organisms. And I stated that there are 7 categories, right? In the ascending order they are arranged or sequenced, and that 7 different categories are kingdom, phylum or division for the plants, class, order, family, genus, species. So, the 7 categories of the taxonomic hierarchy are the kingdom, that is the highest level, then the lower, next comes the phylum or the division for the plants, then class, order, family, genus and species at the lowest level. And these taxonomic categories are known as the broad categories. They are known as the broad categories. And you can see species is at the lowest level. Then comes the next level is the genus, and next category is a family, then order, class, phylum or division and kingdom. And these are also, this picture also represents that you can see that species, there is a ascending order, keep on increasing. Species means individual species, right? That species has a special features. Then as we go on increasing to the higher level or higher category, their similarities are getting decreasing. That is, as the category increases, similarity decreases. And the first category is a species. A species is a basic unit of classification, or the basic rank of classification is the species. And the term species was coined by the scientist John Ray. John Ray coined the term species, and it is a basic rank of a classification. Or the species, in the last class we already discussed that the definition for the species, they are the group of similar organisms, right? They have closely related organisms or the similar organisms, that is, species are the group of similar organisms have a common gene pool that interbreed freely to produce a fertile progeny, right? That is, species is a largest group. They are the largest group of closely related organisms, the similar organisms. They are having the common gene pool which are morphologically similar and can interbreed freely to produce the fertile offsprings or the progeny. And if you take the examples, that is a scientific name of a mango, that is Mangifera indica, and Solanum tuberosum, scientific name of potato, Panthera leo, the scientific name of the lion. Here indica, tuberosum and the leo, that represent the species. Okay, you understood, right? That is the Mangifera indica, Solanum tuberosum, Panthera leo. In the last class we studied the nomenclature, binomial nomenclature. There have the two components, that is a specific epithet, that is a indica, and a Mangifera, that is a, what is that, genus name or the generic name. And here indica indicates the or represents the what? Species, and tuberosum, that also represents the species, that potato species. Panthera leo is a leo represent the lion species. So, and the scientific name for the humans, that is a Homo sapiens, that belongs to the species sapiens. And next category is the genus, closely related species, that is they are the related species, the group of closely related species which have more similar characters. Example, Panthera tigris is a tiger, scientific name of the tiger, and the leopard, the scientific name is Panthera pardus, and the Panthera leo is the scientific name of the lion. They all coming under the genus Panthera. See, you can see from here, right, are the three different species. They are, species are different, one is the tiger, then is other leopard, then lion, leo lion. Even though they are the different species, they belong to the same genus Panthera. Another example, in the case of plants, potato and brinjal, both are different species but belong to the genus Solanum. And another is a banyan tree and the peepal tree. They have certain similarities and they are classified under the genus Ficus. So, what is genus? Genus are the group of closely related species which has more similar characters, that is Panthera tiger. For example, the Panthera tigris, the tiger, scientific name of the tiger, and the scientific name of the leopard, that is Panthera pardus, and the scientific name of the lion, that is Panthera leo. They are the three different species that belong to the same genus Panthera. And potato and brinjal are the two different species that belongs to the genus Solanum. And banyan and peepal tree, they have the certain similarities and are classified under the genus Ficus. And the next category is a family. Families are the group of related genera with less number of similarities as compared to species and genus. Here the species and genus, they have the more similarities or the morphological similarities are there. But in the case of family, if it comes to the family, the higher the groups, right, is the group is getting increasing, that is the next category. So, it is a group of related genera but with less number of similarities, the similarities keep on decreasing. Families are classified based on both vegetation and reproduction features of the plant species. For example, Solanum, Datura and Petunia, three different genera, they are coming under the three different genus, have more common qualities and are placed under the family Solanaceae. That is, they are coming under the, these three are the different genus, coming under the different genus but coming under the single family, that is Solanaceae. And the case of orange, lemon and grapefruit are belong to the family Raturaceae or the citrus family. That is, orange, lemon, grapefruit, they belong to the single family, that is Raturaceae or the citrus family. And in the case of animals, that is genus Panthera, that the lion, tiger and leopard, that comes under the genus Panthera. And the genus Felis, that includes the cats, that is cats, lion, tiger and leopard belong to the family Felidae, even though they are, the cat is coming under the genus Felis and the lion, tiger, leopard coming under the genus Panthera, but they come under the family, single family, that is Felidae. Cats and dogs have some similarities and dissimilarities are there, so that they are separated into two different family, Felidae and Canidae. So that they are different families, two different families, that is Felidae and Canidae. Next category is the order. Related families are grouped together in a category called order. That is, related families are grouped, related families are grouping together in a category called as order. In order, categories are identified based on the aggregates of the character, that is a group of characters, not a single character. Categories are identified based on the, that is in order, categories are identified based on the aggregates of the characters. Here less similarities are present compared to the genera or the genus. Example, order Carnivora include family Felidae, that includes a cat, and family Canidae, that contains the dogs. So dogs and cats, that is family Felidae, family Canidae, coming under the order Carnivora. And in the case of plants, order Polynomials. Order Polynomials include family Solanaceae and Convolvulaceae, mainly based on the floral characters. That is, in the case of plants, that is family Solanaceae and family Convolvulaceae coming under a single order Polynomials. They actually grouped based on their floral characters. In the order Lepidoptera, that is Lepidoptera that contains the butterflies and the moths. They belong to the family Papilionidae and Ctenidae respectively. That is, butterflies and moths are belong to the family Papilionidae and Ctenidae. They comes under the single order, that is Lepidoptera. Next category is the class. This class consists of organisms of the related order. That is, class consists of the organisms of the related order. Example, the animals like monkey, gorilla, gibbon are coming under the order Primata, and order Carnivora include the tiger, cat, dog. So, this order Primata and order Carnivora are included in the class Mammalia. Okay, that is, the monkey, gorilla, gibbon are coming under the order Primata. Cat, dog and tiger are coming under the order Carnivora. So, Carnivora and Primata, they are included in the class Mammalia. Next category is a phylum or division. Related classes are placed under the phylum. So, the related classes are placed under the phylum. And the class containing animals like fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds and mammals, they have a common feature like the presence of notochord and dorsal hollow neural system, are thus classified as a phylum chordata. That is, related classes are placed under the phylum, and the class containing animals like fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds and mammals, they have a common feature, that is the presence of notochord and a dorsal hollow neural system, are thus classified these organisms or these animals as a phylum chordata. And in plants, related classes are grouped together in the higher category called division. So, in the case of animals, it is called as the higher category is known as the phylum, and in the case of animals it is phyla, and in the case of plants it is division. And all flowering plants are categorized under the division Angiospermae. That is, all flowering plants are categorized under the division Angiospermae. That is, in plants, related classes are grouped together in a higher category called division. All the flowering plants are categorized under the division Angiospermae. Next, the last category, that is the highest category among all, that is a kingdom. Kingdom is the highest taxonomic category, belongs various phyla. It belongs various phyla. Most of the phyla are coming under the category kingdom. And the kingdom Animalia includes all animals from the various phyla, and kingdom Plantae includes all the plants from various division. Hence, these two groups are referred to as animal and plant kingdom. What is the category kingdom? That is the highest taxonomic categories, belongs to the various phyla. And kingdom Animalia includes all the animals from the various phyla, and kingdom Plantae includes plants from the various division. Hence, these two groups are referred to as animal kingdom and plant kingdom. As we go higher from species to kingdom, the number of common characters goes on decreasing. That is already stated in the previous slides, that as we go higher from species to kingdom, right, from species to kingdom, species at lower level and kingdom is at the higher level, the number of common character goes on decreasing. Lower category, more character similarity, that is that in the lower category, species, genus, you can see that as the category is lowering, the more characteristic similarities will be there. And in the case of higher category, it is very difficult to determine the relationship to the other tags at the same level. Given the organisms are at the same level, but they actually have a difficulty in determining the relationship. Hence, the classifications become more complex. And here you can see that these are the taxonomic the hierarchical categories, that is species, genus, family, order, class, phylum, kingdom. And we have discussed that, I have stated that there is, as we goes on to higher category, that is similarities decreasing. Lower the category, more similarities. That is, in this picture, in the second picture, you can see that the kingdom is actually very general. It includes, animal kingdom includes all the animals. Plant kingdom includes all the plants from the divisions. So, it is a numerous. We cannot, it is very difficult. They do not have the similarities, common similarities will not be there. But if you go down to the species, you can see that the species level, it will be very specific. So, as we go down, decreasing the categoric level, lower category, we can see that they are very specific. But if we go to the higher category, they are become general, because in the kingdom Animalia, kingdom Plantae, that is plant kingdom and animal kingdom, there you can see all the plants, right. In the animal kingdom, you can see all the animals. That is what is it, that is as we go to the higher category, what will happen? As we go to the higher category, similarities goes on decreasing and become general. But if we go to the lower category, we can see that more similarities and very specific. And here you can see in this chart, organism with their taxonomic categories. I have taken this chart from our NCERT textbook itself. So, I think those who are going through the NCERT books can see this picture, see this chart in your book, right. So, these are here some of the common organisms given here and common names of the organisms, their biological name, then genus, which family they are coming under, order of those things, those species, and class, phylum or division. And the first one is a man. Their biological name or the scientific name is a Homo sapiens. They are coming under the genus Homo and family Hominidae. They are coming under the order Primata, class Mammalia. They are coming under the phylum Chordata, because they have the course, dorsal system, right, dorsal notochord is there. And housefly, the biological or scientific name of the housefly is the Musca domestica, genus Musca, family Musidae, order Diptera, class Insecta, and the phylum Arthropoda. Next is the mango. The scientific name is a Mangifera indica, then genus Mangifera, family Anacardiaceae, and the order Sapindales, class Dicotyledone, and the division Angiospermae. Wheat plant or the wheat, the biological name is the Triticum aestivum, genus Triticum, family Poaceae, order Poales, and the class Monocotyledone, and the division Angiospermae. And here you can see the taxonomic category of the brown bear. Here it is coming under the kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, class Mammalia, order Carnivora, family Ursidae, genus Ursus, species Horribilis. So, these are the brown bear. They are kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, class Mammalia, order Carnivora, family Ursidae, genus Ursus, species Horribilis. And the next is the man. The kingdom, the man or the Homo sapiens or the humans, that is Animalia, and phylum Chordata, that is notochord is there, right? So, the presence of the notochord. So, phylum Chordata, class Mammalia. Why they are coming under the Mammalia? Mammalia because they have the hairs on the body, hairs are there, and mammary gland, the female, that is a mammary gland, then it can reproduce. And order primates, and family Hominidae, and genus Homo, species Sapiens. And this is the another taxonomic category, that is of the not the another taxonomic category of the crow and the mango tree. Is a picture I have represented. Then is a picture represented. You can see the kingdom Animalia. In the case of crow, it is a kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, class Aves, order Passeriformes, and family Corvidae, genus Corvus, species Corvus corax. So, this is the taxonomic classification or the category, hierarchical category of the crow, that is kingdom Animalia or animal kingdom, phylum Chordata, class Aves, and order Passeriformes, family Corvidae, genus Corvus, and the species Corvus corax. And in mango tree, that is a mango, that is a Mangifera indicates a scientific name, coming under the kingdom Plantae, and as it is a plant kingdom, they are coming under the division, that is Angiospermae or Embryophyta, class Dicotyledone, order Sapindales, family Anacardiaceae, genus Mangifera, species Indica. And this is another chart showing the taxonomic categories or different organisms, and here you can see that at the species level, that is species that Catus, Pardalis, Pardus, Familiaris, Lupus, Arctos, Horribilis. These are the species, and this Catus and Pardalis, they are coming under the genus Felis. Pardus coming under the genus Panthera, Familiaris and Lupus, they are coming under the genus Canis. Arctos and Horribilis, they are coming under the genus Ursus. And this family Felis and Panthera, they are coming under the family Felidae. This Felis and Panthera that contains a Catus, Pardalis and Pardus, they are grouped in the family Felidae. And Canidae, the family that includes the Canis, that contains the species Familiaris and Lupus. That is Familiaris and Lupus, they are coming under the genus Canis, they are grouped in the family Canidae. Arctos and Horribilis, they are coming under the genus Ursus, and they are grouped into the family Ursidae. Okay. And this family Felidae, Canidae, Ursidae are grouped together in the order Carnivora, because they are meat eating, that is called carnivora, flesh eating animals, and they are grouped into the or classified or categorized into the class Mammalia. Why? They have the body hairs are there, then mammary gland present in the females, they give birth to the babies, they are reproduction, that is by giving birth to the babies. Next, they are classified into the another higher category, that is a phylum Chordata. Chordata, why they are calling the Chordata, coming under the Chordata, because they have the notochord as well as the dorsal hollow neural system is there. That is why they are coming under the phylum Chordata. And these all phylums, that is animal phylums. Animal from this, all this are grouped to the kingdom Animalia. That is how the taxonomic categories or classification of the organisms based on their characteristics. And we studied that, it already learned that from the species level to the kingdom level, the morphological characters goes on decreases, that is become general. But if you come to the species level, you can see that they are very specific, right. Here the individual characters will be there, and their species level, different species can be seen under the species, right, and they are specific. So that is what we studied in this section, that is taxonomic categories. So taxonomic categories, just recall, that is what all things that you studied. That is a taxon, that is a unit of classification, is referred to as a taxon. Then hierarchy, that is a taxonomic hierarchy, that is a framework in which, what is a taxonomic hierarchy? It is a framework in which taxonomic groups called taxas are arranged in a definite order, right, definite order from higher to lower categories, and is also known as Linnaean hierarchy as it was proposed by the Carolus Linnaeus. And different 7 categories also we learned, and that is species, genus, family, order, class, phylum and kingdom. These are the different categories, and as we goes on to the categories from to the higher categories, the morphological similarities or the similarities keep on decreasing, and at the species level more similar organisms are present, or the similarities they become unique in their characteristics. Okay. So that is all about the today's topic. Anyway, thank you students for watching my video, and those who likes my video, please share with your friends. Okay, bye.